Hi, you. How are you? I am here this week. I am happy to be here this week. I'm so sorry I missed connecting with you last week, but I just was not feeling myself. But anyway, I am here today and I'm ready to get back into um, talking about these horses and um, trying to see how good I do today as far as the are concerned. If you are new, welcome. I appreciate you joining. Um, but it has been um, a long road as far as the Kentucky Derby is concerned. There are no more, just to let you know, just to update you, there are no more races that are going to be, um, or at least no more stake races, pre-stake races for the Kentucky Derby between now and the Derby, which is May. I want to get the date right. Looks like the May 4th. I was going to say the 5th, but I wanted to make sure. So as of May 5th, um, looks like the races that I was going to talk about that should have started in a few minutes have been canceled. They are, they are, um, going to be rescheduled for a later time. But right now, um, the first live race doesn't start until about 5:30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recap everyone as far as the Kentucky Derby stats are concerned. I'm going to talk about, kind of bring you up to speed on where we are as far as not only the Derby, but also the Oaks. And I'm going to share my leaderboard. I only talk about the top 10 because it changes so much. Hang on, my computer's acting really slow right now. Um, Here we go. Let's see if I can share. I thought I was sharing that screen, but I guess not. Let me see. Um, for whatever reason, it's not capturing the screen that I want to share. So again, my computer's acting really, really, really strange right now. Let me see if I can get it to, hang on one second. Nope, that's not it. Um, let's see. Bear with me. That's not what I want to do. Um, uh, I think I got it. I think I got it. There we go. I'm just going to show it here for right now. Um, oops. Anyway, so here's the leaderboard for the Kentucky Derby. Right now, the top ranking is Commando, and I hear through the grapevine from other sources, not from me, but from other sources, that um, a lot of the professional content people are liking Renegade a little bit over Commandment. I don't have an opinion one way or the other. Like I said, I'm just here to have fun. And when it comes to me betting the Kentucky Derby, all bets are off. I bet however way I feel like betting, and I know it goes against every principle as far as horse racing bets are concerned, which is why I don't really talk about it, because I don't want to give anybody the wrong information as far as how to bet and how to play and whatnot. I can do that on other races, but not the Kentucky Derby. I get really stupidly crazy when it comes down to betting, so I'm just not going to um, really share that information, because I don't want to share it wrong, and I don't want people coming at me saying, "Hey, you gave me wrong information on how to bet," and so I just prefer not to do that. Anyway, so the top 10 horses right now is Commandment with 150, and you can see that the jockey is Flavian Pratt and the trainer is Brad Cox. Number two is Further Ado. I've heard a lot about that horse as well. The This horse has 135 points, and the jockey is Irad Ortiz. And I don't know. Well, I'll explain. I'll say that statement after I talk about number three, Renegade, which is also Irad Ortiz. And what I was going to say is, I don't know which horse he's actually going to end up riding. Oh, he's got three horses. I don't know which horse he's going to end up riding in the Kentucky Derby. They haven't listed that. They probably won't list who the final jockeys are, who the actual horses are, until probably the week before. They usually maybe the week or two before. I know the week before they get the post placement, and I will come back on and talk about that. That'll probably be on um, that April 27th is usually on a Monday, and I may do a special live to come back on and talk about it if I have time to do it. I don't know if I'll have time. If I'm not live, then I will probably record and talk about it at some point, but I will definitely be talking about the post placements before the Derby. Now, when will we know when who the actual jockeys are that are going to be on these horses? I have absolutely no idea. I don't know when they'll talk about it. But again, if I find out the information and find out what the final horses are, and what the final who the final jockeys are that are going to be on those horses, I will, again, if I can't do it live, then I will definitely do a recording on when I find out this information and share it with you. But for right now, we've got, I think I stopped at number three. Number four is So Happy with Mike Smith at 115 points. Um, Number five is Fullerford again, Irad is riding that with 110 points. The Puma with Javier Castellano is 106. Silent Tactic and the Puma and definitely Silent Tactic we've seen ride. We were on um, when those stake races went off. With Christian Torres at 100 points. Emerging Market with Flavian Pratt, again 100 points. Albus with Christian Torres at 100 points, and Potente with JJ Hernandez with 100 points. I'm gonna show the other remaining ones. I know Pavlovin Pavlovin was further up the list, but there were other ones that came down the list. Again, Golden Temple I saw further up the list and they fell back, with horses. And Iron Honor was also further up the list. Intrepido, yeah, saw that one further up the list. But again, I don't know which ones they are going to be, so I'm just kind of loosely talking about it right now. I'll do a little bit more deep dive as soon as I know which horses are actually going to be in the race. Um, but for now, those are the leaders, the top 10 anyway. And then we're going to switch over to the Oaks. Again, it's the same thing with the Oaks. I'm going to talk about the Oaks more in depth and detail when I find out who's actually going to be riding and which horses are actually going to be in the Derby itself. But for right now, we've got Meaning with JJ at 126 points. Life of Joy with Pratt at 122 point. Percy's Bar with Luan Machado, sorry, at 114 points. Bella Ballerina. I just love the name of that horse. I don't know why. Bella Ballerina. But anyway, Tyler Gaffleone is on it at 110. Counting Stars is Francisco Ariada at 100 points. Prom Queen Castellano at 100 points. Always a Runner, Dylan Davis. Actually, Dylan, he's one of my favorite long shot jockeys at Aqueduct. He's out of New York. But anyway, that horse is at 100 points. Explorer is at 95 with Flavian Pratt. Zanny at 80 points with Irad Ortiz. She Be Smooth with Pratt at 75 points. So those are the top 10. Again, I will, once I find out what the final jockeys are, are, I will let you know and I will come back and talk about it. But these are the remaining ones that are still in contention for the top. I don't know if the Oaks has 20 spots. Usually, I know for the Kentucky, they usually have 20 horses that run. But again, I will let you know all of the information as soon as I learn what the final information, what the final tally is going to be, what the final cuts are going to be, and we will talk about that at that point. Um, but for now, the first race, actually, because of the canceled races, the first race doesn't start until 5:30. So I'm actually going to pause here and I will come back and that'll give me time to fix my screen and figure out what's going on. And we will be off and running at the races in at around, let me give you the exact time. Um, let's see. Um, the first race is actually going to be at 5:15. So I will be back around 5 o'clock so that we can start. And these are there. That race is going to be a $600,000 race. The race after that, the next race, this is at Keeneland, and Keeneland has two races. So that 5:15 race is going to be on the turf. And then, like I said, it's $650,000. The next race at Keeneland is going to be 5:48, and that's going to be on the dirt, and that's going to be a $400,000. And I'll give you all the details when I come back. I'm just kind of lightly breezing through it just to kind of know what races I'm going to be talking about. And there are going to be a couple of races at Oakland Park, which starts, and these are all Eastern time. The next race is going to be at 5:30 at Oakland Park, and that's going to be a dirt race. That's a $500,000 race. And then the next race is going to be at 6:47. That's going to be wow, a $1,250,000 race. So those are going to be. It's only four races today, so I will come back and I will talk about it at that particular point. Hey, you. I am filming my babies again. I'm going to be leaving this weekend for about a week and a half. So I just wanted to.
Oh, you have to have a whole scene.
That's what I said. What I said.
I didn't know what you meant.
I told you I've been playing around with this enough and where I'm like,
Like,
okay.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Now I get it. Okay. So that's. Uh-oh.
Oh, my microphone is on. Let me turn my microphone off.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, this one's different for sure. Curve. Hey you, welcome back. I am back. It took me a minute to get myself together, but I got there slowly but surely. I thank you for your patience and everything as I go through this venture. Um, so come to find out, the first race that's supposed to be starting soon has been delayed for a couple of minutes. It's not going to start until it's got 19 minutes to go now instead of 5. Um, but anyway, let me talk about the race and what is actually going to happen today. Give you all the details. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm in the wrong browser. So bear with me. Okay, here we go. So the first race, of course, my machine is running slow. Oh, come on. Here we go. Here we go. Everything is running really, really slow right now. Mm. Okay, so the first stake race is at Oaklawn Park. It's the 8th race, and let me get to the 8th race. I'm looking at my racing form. Unfortunately, I can't share the racing form because I don't want to get in any trouble because they want you to buy the racing form. So, but I just want to let you know that's what I'm speaking to. It is called the Count Fleet Sprint Race, and it's $500,000 race. It's 4-year-olds. It's going 6 furlongs. Um, it's a handicap race. And I'm trying to see if these are boys racing, and it's in the dirt. The first horse is Bourbon, sorry, Maximum Bourbon. Sorry, that horse has been scratched. The 2 is currently at 8-1, and it is Tough Catch. The jockey on that horse is Jose Ortiz. Um, Actually, let me see if I can. It's the one thing I didn't check to see if I can pull from. There we go. I think that's right. Okay, now we can all see. So I was talking about the second race, the second horse going off 8-1, and it's Jose Ortiz. The third horse is going off 6-1, and that's Booth, and that's Eric Asmussen. The 4 horse is 7-1. That's Paco Lopez. Ooh, I haven't seen Paco in a long time. The 5 horse is 2-1. He's the favorite. Roll on Big Joe. That's Laperoux. The 6 is 10-1. Wendelsson. Wendelson would be my guess. That's Johnny V. The 7 horse is 5-2. That's Tiangelo's Twist with Francisco Ariata. And the 8, which is 5-1, that's Dreamin' Blue with Rafael Bajarano. Um, Again, like I said, it's a dirt race. It's a stake race, of course. And it's going 6 furlongs. 6 furlongs is a little less than a half a mile. Um, Now, who do I like in this race? Um, let's see. Actually, it's too close to tell. The 5 and the 7. Um, yeah, and that 6 may be a possibility, and a 3. Um, Let me see. Put my glasses on so I can see over here. Um, Based on this information, hmm, let's see if have these horses run before together. Hmm. Yeah, this race. Actually, Roland Joe has beat the 5 horse has beat Tiano Twist and Windlesome. Hmm. Yeah, that's the reason why they're betting Roland Joe so heavily because of the fact that he's beat the other 2 others now. mm, Booth, I don't think he's raced. He hasn't raced Tough Catch. Yeah, he has not. I'm talking about the number 5 now. The number 5 has not raced against Tough Catch, Booth, Madhouse, and Dreamin' Blue. Wonder why Windowson is going off 10-1. Just curious. Hmm. Well, he hasn't won a race in a while. Maybe that's the reason why. But this is the first time Johnny V is the jockey on it, so maybe he has a little bit of a chance. I don't know. Okay, so for those of you who don't understand what handicapping mean, I just looked it up because I wanted to kind of explain it a little bit. In horse racing, a handicap is a race where horses are assigned different weights to carry based on their ability, aiming to equalize the field and create a more competitive, unpredictable race. Uh, so I just learned something new. A handicap race is a horse race in which each horse is assigned a specific race. So yeah, it's saying the same thing. So there you have that. Interesting. Did not know. I thought it had something to do with the purse, but I guess so it makes it a more even playing field. Oh, we still have 8 minutes left. Um, the sad thing about TVG, the TV channel no longer has the commentators anymore. So the only thing they have is, the screen. It looks just like the screen here, except it tells you what horse is coming up next, what the odds are, and how long you have to wait until the next race is coming up. But there are no more commentators, and it just plays music until the race goes off. That's, kind of sad, but so we don't get any more of the expert opinions. And it's also going to be interesting on how they're going to do this for the Kentucky Derby. I don't know if they're going to bring the commentators back for specifically the Kentucky Derby or not. I don't know. It's interesting. Right now, the odds have changed, as you can see. The favorite is still, oh, it's 9-5 on the screen, but it's 8-5 on the screen that it's 9-5 on the TV, but it's 8-5 on the screen that I'm displaying. Um, Now, here's some interesting. If you pay a $10 exactor, uh, okay, that doesn't make sense. I don't even know how they're coming up with that. So I guess I can't even finish that statement. Oh, a $10 win bet. Got it. So a $10 win bet on the two will pay you $95. On the three, it's $69. And this is just a win bet only. I thought it was talking about exactors. I'm sorry. So on the four horse, it's $83. On the five is $28. On the six is 110. Oh, on the six has gone up to 124 because the odds have changed. On the seven, it's $39, and on the eight, it's $71. If there's anywhere I can show that here. I find this interesting because for every $1 bet, if you play a 2-3, you'd win $56 or $57, and it goes on down from there. Um, I would just, for kicks and giggles, play the 6-4 for $100 because for $1, why not? Same thing with the 6-4, or I would box it. So it would be $100 for a $2 bet, exacta bet, because I'm boxing that $1. So when I say box, what I mean is I could play the 6 over the 4 and win $109, or I could play the 4 over the 6 and win $109. That's what I mean. So it's $1 each way. So box, it would be $2. So turning a profit. Same thing with the 2-6. That's $102. Why not? It'd be worth it. Um, and this over here is if you play the daily double. I don't play the daily double. Did they have anything else? Pick 3. Yeah, I don't play pick 3. Like I've stated in other live streams, my bets are I like playing the pick 4s, and I like playing superfectors, which are 4 horses that come into money in the same race. And a pick 4 is 4 horses over 4 races, picking the winning horse over 4 races. I like playing those. And I don't know why I don't like playing pick 3s, and I don't play pick 5 because I spend too much money, I find. So I found my sweet spot. That's a pick 4. I may play a pick 6 if it's a guaranteed payout, just so that, and usually those are like 10 cents to play a pick 6, but I don't play that very often at all either. Um, but we're getting close to this race. The other race that I have is, see when that one starts, because I didn't look, and those are at Oaklawn. Um, oh no, this is at Oaklawn. The other 2 are at Keeneland. Let me pull up that one while we're waiting. Okay, Keeneland. Okay. So those races are, oh, I totally did that wrong. 2 minutes to post. Go. It's still moving really slow. Okay, there we go. So the Keelan race. That race is the Stone Street Lexington stake race. And I realized just now that this was the race, the last race at Keeneland 650. So someone did tell me that I was missing a race, and I'm like, no, 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 no. So I will come back to this one. Um, oh, I thought they were going to go off. This is, they're still, haven't even gotten to the gate yet. But this was the stake race at Jenny Wiley's stake race at Keeneland. This was a turf race, and I had mentioned it. And as you can see, the one horse and the 10, they came in dead heat. I'm going to see if I can play this race just so that I can watch it. But yes, I was absolutely wrong when I said, "Oh no, it's not at 10, at 5:15." So I missed that one. But anyway, let's go back to Oaklawn. They still have not gotten to they are really taking their time. So there's a lag. It says that the race is off here, but it still hasn't gone off yet on the screen. In fact, they're just going into the gate. That shows how much of a lag is between the TV and the app. Oh, they don't even. Oh, I was getting ready to say.
Big Joe runs in second, Tough Catch third, and Booth usually towards the front of the field. Today he's stalking in the fourth position, 3 off the pace. Wendelson, in the meantime, is kept well off the rail, joining Booth. Gap of 5 to Dreamin' Blue, and Tejano Twist, per usual, takes his customary spot at the back of the pack. 21 and 4 that first quarter mile. Paco Lopez and Madhouse lead the way. A half length in front. Roll on Big Joe right there, getting closer, and Wendelson 3 wide, still well off the fence. He's into third now. Tough Catch retreats to fourth with Booth. And then comes Dreamin' Blue. Tejano Twist a lot closer, being asked to go on the outside. 6 behind, top of the lane. Madhouse, Roll on Big Joe, side by side. Roll on Big Joe on the outside. Madhouse finding more inside of him. Madhouse, Roll on Big Joe, stride for stride in the final furlong. Roll on Big Joe, Julian Leperoux, narrow lead. Paco Lopez, Madhouse, still right there.
He sure is. That 4 horse is not going to. He gonna have to fight for. He didn't win. And I said,
complete sprint handicap.
So
Big Joe second, Dreamin' Blue third, and Booth was
so it came 4 or 5, and I don't know what the third horse was. But I just sat here and said, "Wow, I hadn't seen Paco in quite a bit." But um, yeah, I didn't think he was going to win. I didn't have anything. I really didn't even bet this horse because um um I don't know. I didn't know which one to really bet on because they were all very evenly matched. If you notice, I didn't really pick anything. I just said, well, too many to choose from. Although I did say it doesn't even matter. I didn't have the 4 in there at all. So that's where we are. So I want to go back to the Keelan. I think Keelan is the next one that's going off. Um, I can tell here. So this one's in 26 minutes. Keelan is in 9 minutes. So yeah, they've got a lot of scratches in this race. Um, and I am aware that I may get a ding for the audio, and I've been turning on the audio the whole time, but um I when I get dinged, then I will stop with the audio. Because they haven't said anything so far, and I've been doing it for all of the streaming so far, and they might come back and say, hey, you can't, you got to take this video down, or you have to take I don't know what they're going to say, but anyway. And I mentioned this in the very first video that I did about the streaming, about turning on the TV. um but I said I'm gonna kind of continue to do it until they tell me I got a strike. And if they tell me I got a strike, then I will make the adjustment and try to figure out another way to kind of watch and listen and have you listen at the same time. But I think it's more enjoyable when I turn the sound on and you all can hear the same thing that I'm watching, since I can't show it. At least I'm not showing it. That's a good thing, because I think I'd be in more trouble if I showed it than if I watched it. If that makes sense. Um, so just to let you know, I'm aware. I'm aware. But sometimes you just have to take a chance and then beg for forgiveness instead of ask for permission type of thing. So that's kind of where I am with that. I don't know how else to do it. And um or maybe just show the last few minutes when they're coming across the line. I don't know. I don't know. Um I'm learning as I go. That's all I can say at this point. I'm learning as I go. So the next race, which starts in 7 minutes, is at Keelan, and it is a stake race. It's going 400. I'm sorry, it's going 400. It's going 8.5 furlongs, which is like almost a mile, little over a mile. Actually, I can tell you exactly what it is. Is this what am I looking at here? Is this Keelan or Oaklawn? Oh no, this is Oaklawn. Let me go back to Keelan real quick. One second. All right. Oakland. Okay. Keelan. Got 5 minutes. Well, I'm behaving like my mom right now. When she would go to the racetrack, and it didn't matter. She could be have done her homework the night before. She could have done all of her paperwork. She'd sit there and read the racing forms up until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and still would wait until your 1 minute to post time or less to get in line to bet on her races, and then come to find out that she couldn't get the race in because she waited too long to play the race. Then she come back whining and complaining and crying because she couldn't get the race in. And just so you know, the reason why I'm not betting live is because I'm in a state that does not allow for um, gambling of any kind other than bingo, from what I could tell. So I can't legally bet any of the races, but when I get to a state where I can, you will see a big difference. Big difference. So that I will be able to bet and have a different um, live stream at that point. Okay, so race 10, stake race, Stone Street Lexington Stakes is the name of the stake race at Keeneland. This is a $400,000 purse. It's for 3-year-olds, and I think these are all boys too, I think. Yes, they are all boys. Um, let's see, they're going a mile and a 16th. And it's a dirt race. So I said a little over a mile. I think that's what I said when I started. Um, as you can see, the 3 and the 4 have been scratched. The favorite is the 10 horse with Irad. So it went from 11 to 9 horses in the race. Um, I actually like the 9, the 10, and the 1 in this race. Uh, did any of these horses ever won? Oh yeah, they've won. So only the 1, the 2, the 6, 66 to 1. The 8, the 10, and 11 have gone the distance. The rest of them have never even been the distance. So it could be interesting. I don't know. There's not a real strong favorite. Right now it's the 10 horse, but there isn't a real strong favorite. Because usually you know when a horse is a real strong favorite because they're like 6-5. A real strong favorite is like a 1-2 or 1-9. This is a two. This is a $4 horse, $5 horse. Um, I don't know. It might be a long shot to come in. It might be. I don't know, but you got Saez on the 7 and Pratt on the 10 and JJ on the 11. Hmm. Oh, and Brian. I forgot about Brian. Brian's on the 1. What did I say at the beginning? I said 1, 1, 7, and 10. That's what everybody is with. And they got the 9 in there. I don't know. These are all great jockeys. Don't get me wrong. I know they're all great jockeys. I'm just talking about the ones that I'm used to winning these stake races. But it has not started yet. In fact, it's a commercial on right now. So I will move over to the next race, which is actually the last race at Oaklawn. So there were a total of 4 races today. One I missed, and I will make sure that I don't do that again. That's the first. Usually I have the sound off. I've done something every single. I mean, something happens every single time. I mean, I know that we were live, even though my mic was off, and I was showing. We were trying to work through some stuff and trying to figure that out. But outside of that, it's either my mic is not working or well, it's not that my mic is not working, I have it off, or something else is going on today. I missed a race, so I guess I wouldn't be me if I didn't have something off. Okay, so it's off. The race is off on the. I'm waiting for it to show up on TV, and then I'll turn my mic on. Oh wait, they're not showing. I'm at Keeneland. It's not showing the race at Keeneland, so we're going to have to do it this way.
His 5th on his outside, and then Mr. T, I did on the outside of that one, exhibition only back toward the rail, and Ramblin' is last as they head off the end of the backstretch. 47.92 seconds the time for the first half mile. Corona de Oro is the leader, only by a neck. The Hell We Did starts to draw alongside. Confessional gears up, has to go wide. 3 wide around the far turn, tries to zero in on the top 2. Trendsetter moves up the rail in 4th. Azum has lost ground and is dropping back through the pack as they come past the quarter pole. Corona de Oro to the inside. The Hell We Did is there. Trendsetter looks for some running room at the top of the short stretch. Confessional is still 6 lengths away in 4th. I did is 5th. They turn for home. The Hell We Did. Trendsetter stacking up to the outside of Corona de Oro. Trendsetter coming to the 16th pole.
Wow.
Unleashing a rally on the outside for Kazushi Kamura. It is Trendsetter to the lead. It is Trendsetter to spring the upset, winning the Stone Street Lexington.
Wow. I said it could be a long shot that can come into this. So It looks like um he'll repeat it. I didn't watch it because that part I know I'm not supposed to do. So Kimura, he's a jockey that raced out of Woodbine in Canada for the longest time, and then he went to
Trendsetter
Sandy.
from off the pace here in the Grade 3 Stone Street, Lexington at 32 to 1. At this point in time, he has passed his main rivals down on the inside, the Hell We Did, and Corona de Oro, and he's going to extend his lead as he blows up the tote board with this huge performance, 32 to 1. Ben Colebrook from
Okay. So I know how to stop this. I don't know how to turn it off now that I turned it on. How about if I just go to Oakland? There we go. Okay, so yeah, I did say it probably was a good time for a long shot to come in. I wasn't expecting that kind of a long shot. It was 32 to 1. Um, that's like a almost $70 horse to win. Can I go back? Let's see if I can go back. That was the 8. So it came 8. I still don't know what came in second because they're not showing it on. They're not showing the Keelan race at all, which is kind of surprising. And they're not showing what it was, so I'm just going to have to. I just want to see what the. Oh, it came 8. My birthday. 8, 7, 1, and 16. So the 8, 7, if you played the exactor, paid $261 just for a $1 bet. For that 8, I'm under 8, right? 8, 7. It's not a bad payday. 871. I mentioned Saez. I mentioned Brian too. Who's on the 11? Oh, and JJ. Yep. All right. So the last race that we're going to talk about today is at Oaklawn. This race. Oh, it's not until the 10th race, so we got another whole race to go. Another. So this is the Apple Blossom Stake Race. This one is for the girls, and it's $1.25 million purse. Let's see if anything has changed. Nope, there are still 9 horses in this race. But this is almost 40 minutes, so I'm going to take a break and come back when it's time for this race to go off. Let's see. Oops, not what I want to do. So it is 6 o'clock. Oh, the times changed. That's what it is. Because I'm like, it's 6 o'clock now. I will be back in uh 30 minutes. Let's see. And I will see you back shortly. Okay. I remembered my mic after 2 minutes, but at least you didn't hear the sneeze. So, anyway, we have about 17 minutes before the next race goes off. This is the last stake race of the day. It is oh, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Hang on, let me get to the right sheet. Because I'm like, this doesn't look right. Okay, again, she moving slow. Okay. Oh, come on, come on. Faster, faster. Okay, here we go. This is a $1,250,000 stake race. It's called Apple Blossom Stake Race. These are all fillies and mares, so they're the girls. They're going a mile in the 16th. This race are contenders for the Breeders' Cup Distaff, and we'll get into the Breeders' Cup after the Kentucky Derby. And I'll explain as I learn the Breeders' Cup and what that's all about. But anyway, the first horse, which is the favorite at 2 to 5, which is Neutron, and the jockey is Jose Ortiz. Um, the number 2 is 8 to 1. Majestic Oops, written by Francisco Arieta. The 3 horses 8 to 1. Regaled, that's Joseph Ramos. The 4 horses 49 to 1. Dazzling Move, which is Edwin Gonzalez. The 5 horses 22 to 1, which is written by Kent DeZomo. Enjoy. Okay. The 6 horse 19 to 1. Narazui, which is Christian Torres, written by Christian Torres. The 7 horse, which is 8 to 1, 5G, which is written by Johnny V. The 8 horse, which is 17 to 1, Claret Barrett, which is Micah Husbands. The 9 horse, which is 29 to 1, Blue Fire, which is Florent Giroux. There have been no scratches. They're not even showing that race right now. Because we're not close to post time. Let me see what I can figure out at a quick glance. Let me just look and see. I can see why they're picking the 1. Um, mm, This the 8 is not bad, although the 6 doesn't look bad either. But I don't know if there's many that can beat the 1, which is a 1 to 2. I'm not sure I would even play this race. The 9 looks really good. The 7 looks really good. Um, wow, 3 doesn't look bad either. Um, did I just call out every single horse in the race for different reasons? I probably did. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything that's going to beat the 1, honestly. Um, and it really doesn't matter who comes behind them because, let's see. I'm looking at the racing form. So I have to put the glasses on so I could see. Uh, Nitron has only raced against Narazuri, but it's not bad. Mm, I and this is outside of the 1. I'm looking to see who could even compete closely. Maybe the 3, maybe the 7. What did I say? I said I like the 8, and the 6. I don't know. I can't see past the 1, and the 1 may not even win, but I honestly can't see past the 1. Um, but was a long shot in the last race. There could be a long shot in this race too. So who knows? Um, I'm still looking to see if there's anything that kind of sticks out. Because they all have run the distance and they've all won. So that's not even. Yep, no. This is a race I probably, because of the favorite. So, um, and it's a heavy, heavy favorite too. Yep. So let's see. If I wonder if it's put up any of the races for next week, just out of curiosity. And this was the 18th. Yeah, they don't have. Any of the now what I might do next week is because the graded stake races, it doesn't seem to be very many of those, but they do have other stake races which are um just as interesting, um but they are mainly handicap races. But figure it. I've got time between now and then to figure it out. So um, just know that I will be going live next weekend. Um, and that is actually 2 weeks before the Kentucky Derby, which is May 2nd. I thought I said the 4th. I got the date wrong. It's May 2nd. Hopefully next weekend I will have more information on on the actual riders for each horse by then. They should know it by next weekend. Um, unless they have um maybe one or two that they may not know who's going to be riding those particular horses. But they should have it narrowed, the list narrowed down by next weekend. So I probably will come with more information regarding both the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oats. Um, oh yeah, they've changed the races. They're not showing on TV. They're not showing the upcoming race, the Oaklawn Park, unless it's on a different channel, and that's something else I'm gonna have to figure out too. Because, like I said, these are just um, they've gone to harness racing now. They're not, I don't even think they have another thoroughbred race track showing, but I'll figure it out. But anyway, we've got 4 minutes to post, and what I will do here, the same thing I did before, is pop out the screen. Um, and it's too bad I can't show this. No, I know I'm not supposed to show it, but like I said, I can't see it on the TV. I don't know where else to see it yet. So I'll figure that out between now and next week. But at least it's giving more information than what I would normally give. I have the sound off. That's the reason why. See, I was talking about the Breeders' Cup. This race is, um, oh no, this is a Breeders' Cup race. Maybe I misspoke altogether. Let me go back to see what it says. All horses will be entitled to receive a treat stipend for travel located in to be eligible for the 2020 Breeders' Cup World Champions held. Winner must be nominated by all Breeders' Cup Challenge are to be run in full compliance. So this is for a contender to this particular Breeders' Cup race, if I'm reading this correctly. The nominated winner will be entitled to have pre-entry and fees waived for the Breeders' Cup Distaff. Yes, so this is an entry into that particular race. So I didn't read it wrong. So it's 1 minute to post. As you can see, they have not made it. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, well, then I'm not doing anything wrong then. I don't know why. I guess it's a different screen, a different window. Oh, well, that helps a lot. Um, but it's 1 minute to post, and again, I will turn the sound on once they get to the gate. They're not at the gate yet, so. And again, the one horse is still the favorite. It's at 3 to 5, but I'm not sure if that's where it's going to be when it finally goes off. And there have been no scratches yet. So at a 3 to 5, the minimum exactor. Oh, I have to wait until it gets back to the 1 because I can't. It's okay. Oh, the minimum exactor if the 3 wins would be $8 on a $1 bet. They're still circling just to let you know. This is not my favorite part. They just circle around and around and around and around, and then finally they go into the gate, even though it's post time. It is absolutely post time. But I guess because this is such a big stake race. I mean, it doesn't tell me here what the breakdown would be, but once I find out what the breakdown would be, I could tell you because that 1.525 million, that's a lot. And they are making their way. Okay, so they're finally getting into the gates now. Oh, they're all wearing pink. Not the jockeys, the handlers that are walking them into the gate and the ones that are riding alongside them, they're all wearing pink. Okay.
Apple Blossom Handicap. Majestic Oops popped out of the gate, wastes no time, is close to the pace, now takes back, and Blue Fire is going to stride out, is clear and getting all the way over to the rail from the outside post. So it's Blue Fire into the turn, the pacemaker, gets to the fence and leads a length and a half from 5G second. Majestic Oops between horses third with Nitrogen, who's scraping paint down on the inside. Claret Beret is deep, 4 pass off the rail, now level third, clearly taking that third spot from Nitrogen and Majestic Oops, who gets shuffled back fourth and fifth, approaching the back stretch. Niratsuri about to join them in the 3-path. Gap of 2 lengths back to Dazzling Move. Joy outside of her, and 2 more to Regalt at the back as they head down the back stretch here. Blue Fire carving out the fractions in the Apple Blossom. Neck in front, 5G in the second position, and then comes Claret Beret going nicely.
Right
3
now,
wide, a
the
half length
9
off the top
horses in
pair.
the
Nitrogen,
lead.
Jose Ortiz are now in the 2-path, and they're clearly fourth going into the turn. Her stablemate, Niratsuri, is sent upon into that turn, and so is Majestic Oops as they corner into the turn. Dazzling Move third last. Regald has passed Joy, rounding the far turn. Here's Claret Beret
7, 8,
up
and
to
9
challenge
are
Blue
in
Fire and
front.
5G's. Claret Beret
Here
going to the
come the
lead now.
1.
In second, Blue Fire's been left behind. Nitrogen's launching a rally. Here she comes on the outside. Needs
She
to catch
sure
Claret
is.
Beret, who's going strong at the top of the lane. Claret Beret well off the rail and kicks for home as she comes off the corner with a 3-length lead. Nitrogen trying in second on the outside. Big space back to Blue Fire and Majestic Oops. 1 furlong to go. Claret Beret in front has 1 more 16th to go.
Wow.
A 3-length lead. Nitrogen can't get her. And
The
Claret
8
Beret has
horse
punched her ticket to
blew
the breeze
by
come
her.
distaff.
He
It's
couldn't.
Claret Beret in the Apple
Claret
Blossom has
Beret,
won
the
it
8
going away
horse.
by 5. Nitrogen second,
Not even
Majestic
the
Oops
1
third,
horse
and
could not
Regald
even
was
touch
fourth.
him. Not at all. Not at all. Did I even mention the 8? I don't even remember now. I want to see if I mentioned the 8 at all. I think I did. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at this point. I wanted to go back and see what the odds were for the Keelan race. Oh, it won't let me see it. For some reason there's an error. Oh, well, anyway, that is it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Like I said, I will be back next Saturday to talk about more stake races and horse racing and trying to figure it out. And next week, I still will be in a state that I can't actually bet. So don't look for me to do any betting. But until then, have a great week. And if anything comes up where I can find out more information about the contenders for the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oaks, like I said, I don't know if I can go live, but I will record it and give you an update. Until then, enjoy.